what I'd like to first do is acknowledge today's partner, Miami Dade College, the Idea Center at Miami Dade College, and specifically one of their great programs called the Scale Up program. At the end of today's session, I'm going to leave 5 or 10 minutes for Steph Gioino to talk about the Scale Up program. I'm one of the instructors there. It's a fabulous program for micro enterprises and startups and businesses that are looking to kind of really get themselves started and in a position to scale. I wanted to make my own introduction. I think of myself as a business storyteller. I'm someone who spent the first 2 decades of his life as a journalist. I got a master's degree in journalism, another master's degree at FIU in storytelling, and I spent 15 years working as a journalist at some of the top news organizations in the country: NPR, PBS, the Miami Herald, the Washington Post. And then about a decade ago, I pivoted into becoming what I call a business storyteller. This is a marketer and communications and PR person working first at a multi-billion-dollar company and then at 2 software startups. So I've seen kind of both sides of the business. I've seen a large business with large budgets and an agency, and I've been part of a very scrappy startup going from pre-revenue to exit. And now I'm my own business owner, and I'm marketing my company, BizHack Academy. I'm a graduate of the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business Program, which is also housed at Miami Dade College, and went to Princeton and got those 2 master's degrees and got a Fulbright in Argentina. So that's kind of my official bio. And a little bit more about BizHack Academy. We've partnered with some of the top marketing and business support organizations in town. We were named a top startup by the Miami Herald. We were part of accelerators funded by the Knight Foundation, Goldman Sachs, Entrepreneurs Organization. We won a national award from the AMA. And we've partnered with the top educators in South Florida, FIU, Broward, and Miami-Dade College, and a lot of the top small business support organizations like the SBDC, Hispanic Unity, the Florida State Minority and Supplier Development Council. All right, that's my typical resume introduction. And it is impressive, perhaps, but totally forgettable. And so what I want to tell you instead is about who I am as a human being and why I founded BizHack and why I'm so passionate about helping every single one of you take your marketing and your business to the next level. And it all starts with the story of my mother. My mother was a school teacher in inner city Philadelphia. We were lucky enough to live in the suburbs. I went to a really great suburban public school before I went to Princeton. But every day my mother would drive into inner city Philadelphia and teach art to some of the hardest luck students you can imagine, folks who went home and didn't have food and who were really struggling. And you might think, well, teaching art to a population like that is an odd thing to do. But I would go down after finishing school. I would take the train into inner city Philadelphia, Reading Terminal Market, and I would walk over to Philadelphia Regional High School, and I would sit in her classroom after school and do my homework. And I would watch this steady stream of students coming in after class, after school ended, on their own time to talk to Mrs. Grech. And sometimes they were there to do art, sometimes they were there to hang out, and sometimes they were there just to be in a safe place where they were accepted and they were loved and they were supported and where they were able to grow. And I will never forget those afternoons spent with my mom. And, you know, fast forward 30 years and my startup had just exited, my journalism career had kind of wrapped up, and I was really thinking about what did I want to do next? And I found myself really compelled to start a business helping other businesses grow. Learning digital marketing was terribly difficult for me after I left journalism, and I realized a lot of it was unnecessarily difficult, and that I could help make it easier on business owners like myself to learn this and then use these skills to grow their business. And that was where BizHack Academy was born. And that is what the foundation of the lead building system that I'm going to teach to you today. So I want you to understand that telling a story of me, which is what we call that, and using it in a very personal way is far more impactful and generates a far stronger bond of trust between you and your client, whether you're B2B or B2C. The first lesson I want you to take away from today is all marketing is H to H, human to human. And if you can create a human and personal connection with your potential customer, whether it's via social media or in a one-on-one sales call, you're much more likely to close that customer. Digital marketing is not often taught this way. Digital marketing is often taught, here's LinkedIn, here's Facebook, here are tactics, here's a technology. You know, they start with the tool, but it's not the tool, it's the story underneath it and how you use the tools that really is the signature way to succeed in your marketing. So we're going to talk today about a very simple framework called the lead building system to think about online lead generation. And then I'm going to give you guys all practice telling your business story in a more profound way. You can see Anna Margarita Martinez, who's one of our current participants, has really learned how to tell her business story in a more personal and heartfelt way when she's talking about why she works for Pathwaves and why you should do business with them as well. And so this is really a sneak peek into our 7-week accelerated program that folks like Brett Spodak and others on here today have also participated in, and happy for you guys to weigh in on your experience in that program. This is kind of the first lesson and a sneak peek of our approach to educating business owners about lead generation. So again, the ground rules today: turn on your video, do the exercises, be present. I can't make this work for you unless you're here and with us and actively participating. So what is the BizHack Lead Building System? Well, I want to start by saying, if you think small business digital marketing is hard, it's because it is. A lot of you guys are facing really difficult questions about who to hire, how to measure success, where, frankly, to even get started. And the reason why this is so difficult is because digital marketing is a vast field, and there is no center. There's no natural center in digital marketing. You'll see there that that is a map created by Gartner, the top think tank in the country on digital marketing issues, about all of the different fields and elements of digital marketing. And the reason why, when you go online and you look for digital marketing in YouTube, you get this vast array of responses is because digital marketing is a vast and disorganized and really complicated and kind of technical field. And so it's really, really helpful, whether it's with me or someone else, to have a systematic process for exploring and understanding and implementing digital marketing. And this is particularly important, guys, when you're a small business, because you are lacking in 3 key things: time, money, and expertise. You really need to find a proven process for finding customers online. I'm going to present to you today one of the proven processes that are out there. There are others. HubSpot has inbound marketing. Russell Brunson has the marketing funnel and funnelytics. There are a lot of different philosophies and approaches. What makes BizHack, I think, different is that we really focus on micro enterprises and small businesses, and we try to create a system that doesn't rely on HubSpot's proprietary CRM or Russell Brunson's software. It allows you to really do this and apply this however you see fit and specific to your business. So the lead building system is 3 elements. It has the foundation, the 6 pillars, and the 9 steps. Today, we're going to focus most of our time on the foundation, and then I will run you through the 6 pillars. These are the 6 pillars: campaign objective, target audience, irresistible offer, thumb-stopping video, compelling message, and call to action. And I'll talk to you about what each of those pillars mean. And then this is the 9-step process that our program walks you through. So it's not enough to just know what the pillars are. It really helps to have a playbook for what order to do them and how to do them. And the way that I like to summarize this 9-step process is run an ad, in this case an awareness ad, run another ad, a follow-up ad, or a lead generation ad. So that is the 9-step process that we walk participants through over the course of our 7-week program. Now, this has been developed over 7 years with 700 businesses. And I've borrowed some of the best marketing tactics from Facebook, IBM, Microsoft, Apple, Google, LinkedIn, and then applied them to small business marketing for folks like Raphael Savino of Ascendance Studios, a small dance studio in Doral that have used these techniques not only to grow their business, survive COVID, but also to get featured in national ad campaigns by Google and panel discussions by Facebook. They've really become a leading small business marketer, and they started with their digital marketing training with BizHack, one of more than 700 businesses that have gone through our intensive program. So let's talk about the foundation, your business story. And we're going to talk about several elements to this. We're going to talk about your why, your story of me, and your story of us. And we're going to talk about how that all fits into a concept we call the communications diamond. So I told you that we borrow from the biggest. So IBM, one of the most successful B2B companies, has sitting around the table with the CEO what they call a chief storyteller, chief storytelling officer. The chief storytelling officer is a key deputy to the CEO. And IBM, which sells mainframe computers and consulting services, according to the chief storytelling officer, Lewis Richardson, they're not in the business of selling things, they're selling stories. Well, this is a realization that has been around for a while. Nike, one of the first pioneers in going away from selling products to selling a feeling and an emotion and a lifestyle, Nike hired its first chief storyteller in the 1990s, and now it's become an established best practice. One of the senior folks at Microsoft, GE, SAP, B2B and B2C companies alike. So my question to you is, what the heck is a chief storyteller anyway? And more importantly, who is the chief storyteller in your company? And if you guys wanted to put in the chat, who is the chief storyteller at your company? Is it a marketing coordinator? Is it a salesperson? Who is the chief storyteller in your company? Dave Bricker says me. Anybody else? Ross Can says me. These are alumni of our program and they know it. James Wright, me and my work. Absolutely, guys. As the business owner, you are the chief storyteller about your company. And I would say when it comes to working on behalf of other companies, you may, like Anna Margarita Martinez, she works hand in hand as the chief storyteller, as the head of marketing for a company that was founded by someone else. I will say that all of you, by virtue of being here today, are your company's chief storyteller. And you should really think of yourself, whether you're the owner or someone who works closely with the owner, you want to always sit in the seat of the owner and really connect the purpose of your company to your personal story. Now, why is it so important that you guys be chief storytellers? Well, first and foremost, leading is storytelling. Recruiting people, hiring people, motivating people is all about storytelling. Raising capital, whether from a bank or an investor, is about storytelling. One of the C's in credit is character. Character is about your personal story, your story of me. Banks don't lend unless C is solid, character is solid. When it comes to investors, they're investing in an idea and they're investing in the team that's going to execute it. They're investing in the founder and their belief that the founder will never give up and will never give in, and they will make that company a success. That is what investors invest in. Sales, of course, is storytelling. I've been on the receiving end of Brett Spodak's amazing sales process, and Brett is incredibly good at weaving in his personal narrative and the solution that he's built and why it's transformed his life and how it's transformed others. And then, of course, advertising and marketing, what we're really talking about today, is storytelling. I like to say that the foundation of your digital marketing and your lead generation is storytelling, but I really think that your business story is the foundation of your company. And we're going to talk about core purpose and why identifying and articulating your core purpose goes way beyond marketing and advertising to the essential success factor for your company. So really what we're talking about today, the stakes couldn't be higher, is why does your company do why do you do what you do? What change in the world is your company trying to affect? And why should people believe that you're the best company to do that? So as we talked about, that is the foundation of your business, of your marketing. But then there are the 6 pillars. The 6 pillars are about getting that out into the world, is that reflection on that communications diamond. These are the 6 pillars: your campaign objective, your target audience, your irresistible offer, your thumb-stopping video, your compelling message, and your call to action. During our 7-week program, we go in depth into each of these. We talk about the campaign objective, which is really about the marketing funnel and analytics, defining what your objective is with the training, with your campaign, and what your KPI or your key result is as a result. This campaign objective, the first pillar, is where so many business owners fall short. They measure the success of their campaign, but their campaign objective isn't aligned with it, or they don't know how to measure the success of their campaign. Next is your audience and your offer. Your target audience is your ideal customer. We use a technique that we've pioneered called persona pairs. As you're building out who your target audiences are, we show you different tools that Facebook and Google and others offer to help you discover how to find your ideal customer online and who they are. And we talk about core, custom, and lookalike audiences, some of the most powerful audience targeting opportunities in all of digital marketing. When it comes to your irresistible offer, you have your free irresistible offer, which is to get a stranger to pay attention to you, your foot in the door offer, which is to get someone to open their wallet for the first time, either time or money, and spend it with you. And then finally, the upsell offer, which is once they're a customer, what do you sell them next, and how do you get them to invite their friends? The vernacular of the web is the video, and it needs to be a thumb-stopping video, 6 to 12 seconds in length. Within 3 seconds, it has to grab their attention. And the good news here is it doesn't have to be expensive to create this. There are free video building tools that in an hour or less, you can build a video that you can use in an ad. And all it has to be is a simple video slideshow, and you get a lot of the benefits that come with advertising with video. When it comes to messaging, we like to talk about ATV messaging, because an ATV will get you where you want to go. That's authentic, transparent, and when appropriate, vulnerable. That is what builds trust, and that's what people connect to. And then finally, every marketing campaign you have, whether it's an email, a flyer, a banner, something in the like a highway billboard, or a Facebook or Google ad, it has to have a call to action. That call to action is sending people to the next step in their customer journey, whether it's to call you, to email you, to fill out a form. And that's where the campaign captures the lead and begins a process of what we call nurturing them so that they eventually become a sale. And we cover all these topics in depth in the program. So the Digital Marketer's Edge program, it starts June 7th. Our ideal customers are small businesses, 1 to 50 employees, with leaders and employees that are growth oriented and are looking to learn and improve. They have a proven product market fit. So we're not really serving startups. We're really trying to serve businesses where we know there's an audience for their product, and then we're going to teach you how to sell it to more strangers. We want folks that are more afraid of the status quo than change and that are looking for simple, practical solutions. Our motto is earn while you learn. In this program, you run real ads targeting real people with one-on-one help from experts and support from your peers. And this is a course that pays for itself. In 2020, the average participant earned $29 in incremental revenue for every $1 they spent in ads within 3 months of taking the program. So this is not theoretical. You're running real ads to drive real revenue to your business. And some businesses don't make any return. Other businesses can make hundreds of dollars for every dollar they spend. It's a really extraordinary thing to watch in real time. The classes meet on Mondays and Thursdays. These are live instruction with a lead generation expert. We have labs that are on Wednesdays at various times where you work in small groups, similar to what you guys were doing today, to actually workshop the exercises. You have 3 one-on-one coaching sessions with an expert that'll help you overcome technical hurdles and really apply specifically our methodology to your specific business. There's a graduation celebration. You get access to our video library and members-only communities on Facebook and WhatsApp. You also get a personalized learning journey report. So no matter where you start, you will see where you advanced and where you still have opportunities to learn. And we're going to baseline it against the average participant in the program. You'll get a certificate that's recognized by the industry at the end. And we do offer a money-back guarantee, which is if you show up and you do the work and you do not get any results and you do not feel like you got value from the program, we do offer your money back. Now, this is not a guarantee that you're going to necessarily make an immediate return on your ad spend. Nobody can guarantee that. There's too much uncertainty. But what we can guarantee is that you're going to get your money's worth and that our promise and our commitment to you is going to be fulfilled in the program we offer.